Now before we start the roof assembly, there's a couple of provisional things that will save us some time later on. The first one is, I've placed the ridge bar up in position on the top there, ready to go into the end of the corner frame, which we'll show you in a minute. Now before you do that, we want to install one T-bolt. Into the slot. We use on the roof cross brace. We put that one in. Then we move. I've already placed the bolt into the ridge, ready to go in. We put it in and we tighten it up. Now with this particular bolt, the lower red corner, we need no damage wrench. Lock it into place. Now for the additional bolt that I added into the slot, what I've done provisionally before that is, I've added a piece of masking tape just across the slot, approximately 30 inches down from the top. This is to assist us when we come to install the roof cross brace. Now the tape that I put across here, when we come to install the glazing bars, I will put a piece of tape on the top of each one and slide a bolt in from the top down, like you see it here. As you can see, I've got my 4 roof glazing bars, in this case it's a 10-foot unit, laid out ready to go in. What I've done is, I put a piece of tape across each one, and then I've installed one loose bolt down the roof glazing bar from the top. As you can see, she's bolted in. And we have our bolt sitting there, nicely in position, waiting for the cross brace. Next step is to install the roof cross brace. What I've found is the best thing, where we've got the bolts that we put in against the masking tape or the sealing tape that you've got to retain it in position, take one of the glazing bars and assemble it on the bolt. As you can see, I put one on just to hold it in place. That'll allow you time then to go along and put the other bolts in place. I've gone ahead and I've bolted that cross brace into position across the greenhouse roof, as you can see. Now the tape held it in place, but as you can see by the end one there, that the tape wasn't exactly where I wanted it. What I've done is, I've set it parallel to the ridge plate coming down. Now its actual final position isn't set yet, and you'll see why of that in a minute. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and install the vent keep plate, which also mounts onto this bracket. As you can see, we have 2 holes mounted into the bracket to allow this. Now also, before I go any further, please note the orientation again of this bar. I think it's better shown down at this end. As you can see, we have the hole closest to the top edge, or facing towards the top. To install the vent keep plate, which you saw during the vent assembly, is this piece here. We're going to put a T-bolt in each end. And then that goes up over the top of our bracket and will drop down from above and mount it to the 2 holes that you see there. 1, 2. And then we bolt that down into position, as you can see. And what I've done to set the final position of the roof cross brace is I've installed a roof vent. Now the roof vent should come up and drop down so that the outer edge of the roof vent just drops over the other side of the keep plate. That allows you to set it in position. Now if you do this on both of them, then do your measurements from the top of the ridge down. You can set it parallel across. Then lock it up in position and it's done.